This is why a championship team will win the FA Cup, the scientific version. Now, who knew that prediction would be so controversial? But I'm back, this time armed with stats and data to prove to you that I'm right. First up, let's talk about the statistical fate factor. Non-Premier League teams won the FA Cup 4 times in the 20th century. Now, that doesn't seem like a lot, but it works out as once every 15 to 20 years. But that hasn't happened since West Ham beat Arsenal in 1980. That's 45 years of absolutely nada. And you know what that means? The law of statistical rebound. When something hasn't happened for that long, it's basically a mathematical certainty. Now, let's look at the injury overacting index. Premier League players spend an average of 9 to 12 minutes every match pretending to have an injury. Meanwhile, Championship players are running 10 to 11 kilometres per game and tackling like there's no tomorrow. They don't have time to throw themselves on the ground and pretend to be injured. They're too busy trying to chase the ball. Now, let's not forget the fatigue and balance factor. Premier League teams are playing way more matches than Championship teams. Around 55 to 60 per season on average. You've got the Premier League, the FA Cup, the Europa League, the Champions League, the League Cup. Between that, their boohoo man brand deals and their multiple girlfriends. When do they have time to sleep, let alone perform? Meanwhile, Championship teams, they play around 46 league games and a few FA Cup matches, but they're not fatigued from multiple European leagues. They're rested and ready to give everything to the cup run. And finally, the referee's unfamiliarity advantage. You see, Championship teams get all the lucky calls. Why? Because the refs don't know who they are. They see a random player from, say, Coventry, and they're like, yep, I'm just going to pretend like that was a fair tackle. But Premier League teams, every ref knows them and their reputation. That's why they get all the yellow cards. More pressure, more scrutiny, more cards, more drama. So when you add it all up, the stats don't lie. Championship teams are way overdue a win. Fit as a fiddle, hungry for success, and running on pure nothing to lose energy. The FA Cup's coming home to the Championship. Trust the data, trust the science, it's going to happen.